The question of the hour, is she or isn't she? Yes, guys, is Mary Jane going to croak in issue 25 or 26 of The Amazing Spider-Man? And if she does, it feels like people are going to get in an uproar where Zeb Wells is going to have to go into hiding. I'm going to dive into a theory in a little bit about my thought on why MJ might still be alive after those two issues. But today we're going to be talking about issue 24. Guys, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, another episode of Spider-Man Weekly where I cover all the Amazing Spider-Man books. And yeah, today we're continuing this story of Spider-Man freaking out that he was in this other New York dimension, and time moved along much faster there, because when he got into his main Earth, a few hours have passed, where, like I said, in that other dimension, it was like a week past. So he is in a race against time to rescue Mary Jane, and he doesn't want to listen to any reason because he knows that time is precious. A lot of people thought that Peter was acting out of character in the last issue, but how would you react if there was a loved one where time was moving by in weeks in a matter of hours in your real world? So, and you would do anything to rescue your significant other, and it doesn't matter. And sometimes even the perfect of heroes are going to make mistakes or even overreact, and that's what we got in the last issue here. Now, in this issue, we wind up seeing Spider-Man try to get a device from the Fantastic Four that will help him with his time travel. Actually, really cool scene there with Ben Grimm and Spider-Man. And this was a very fast-moving issue, okay? I feel like, again, what Zeb Wells is trying to do is create that anxiety in the reader on what Spider-Man is going through, how he has to do anything and everything in his power to get back to Mary Jane and rescue her, because she has no idea really at this point if she's even alive, because he knows how fast time moves over there. So we get to see the Fantastic Four try to stop Spider-Man from stealing this device, and this device is going to power up his new spider suit, which does this time traveling thing or travels to different dimension. And it was kind of cool. I mean, again, the artwork is a little bit clunky and whatnot. And again, Peter is just going to Norman, and he's sitting there going, no time to test the device. Let's get it up. Let's get going so I can bring back Mary Jane, because Norman created a spider or the time travel device to go on his suit to carry back multiple people. Okay. Now he activated the suit without testing it. They come across Rabin real quick in this time dimension, and I feel like this was just to push along the comic book a little bit, you know, to fill up space with this crazy and weird rubber band artwork. And real quick, the character makes its appearance once again, and just like that, he is literally killed in like a panel. The main thing of this book, what it wanted to accomplish, was the heartbreak that Peter went through when he found out that a lot of time has passed by and all of a sudden Mary Jane has kids, and his first assumption is, holy crap, you had these kids with Paul. And it looks like, if I could take a guess, it's hard to tell how John Romita Jr. actually draws kids. I would say that the boy is like 7 and the girl is maybe like 5, maybe a little bit younger, 6 and 4, if I had to, guess. But obviously Mary Jane breaks Peter Parker's heart. He's like, who are they? And she's like, they're my family. So can you imagine what Peter Parker gone through in that particular moment? Honestly, when it came to this comic book, nothing really mattered except his reaction in those last 2 pages. Mostly everything else was a filler to get to issue 25 and 26. And I kind of hated that, because I was like, man, I want more. I want to know. But obviously, this is a stall tactic, right? So if I had to give this book a grade, I'm going to give it a B. I mean, I liked it, don't get me wrong, just too much filler to where maybe you could have combined issue 24 and 25 together and you could have got a much more meatier story, right? But I get it. They're trying to leave you at the edge of your seat wanting more. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below on what you thought of this issue in general. Now, let's talk about my theory here on Mary Jane getting killed, okay? Number one, Marvel, I feel, might be creating or trolling their fans on saying, hey, you know, Zeb Wells is going to have to go in hiding and this and that on what he's going to do in issues 25 and 26 in Spider-Man, right? Maybe they're making you think that MJ is going to get killed. Now, if there's something that you read or saw, put it down in the comments below. Do you have concrete evidence that she's not going to be around anymore? Yes, we're hinting at Gwen Stacy because that was the last major girl that got killed, but is that all that we're basing everything off of? Okay, so again, they could be trolling the fans and just making you believe that it's going to be her. Could it be somebody else? Could it be Aunt May? Could it be Felicia, the other current love interest that's going on? Because right now, Peter doesn't have Mary Jane in his life. She's with another guy. She's got kids. And right now, he has Felicia. And what if Felicia gets killed? Which I would be pissed off, but I can't see that happening either. You know why? Because Jed MacKay is making another volume of Black Cat and Mary Jane. At the end of that last volume we just had, he said, this is the end of the first volume. We're going to have another one. And this time period with Mary Jane and Black Cat take place right around the dark web. So the timeline makes sense why these two characters are still together, right? So if we're getting another volume, how can Mary Jane still be alive? Okay. My next thing is, and this doesn't really mean all that much, is we are getting a variant cover with Mary Jane and Black Cat in Amazing Spider-Man issue 29. Again, it's a variant cover of the Hellfire Gala with Felicia and Mary Jane on the cover. Mary Jane is obviously wearing her fancy little bracelet that, you know, produces all these little images around her. Again, it's a variant cover. I wouldn't look too much into that, but my biggest thing is the next volume of Mary Jane and Black Cat. The character is going to be around unless it takes a place in a different time period, which I don't know if it can. That's the only reason why I could see it. But my theory is that it's very possible that Mary Jane could still be alive and Marvel's trolling everybody. So let me know in the comments below. Besides Mary Jane, what do you think could happen in issues 25 and 26 that's going to be so big that's going to shock the world besides that Mary Jane thing? So, guys, there's my episode of Spider-Man Weekly. If you loved it, give it a thumbs up. You know what to do with the subbing to the channel and all that other stuff. If you love the content, I'll leave you more content right here. This is my Worthy Ones video where I talk about all the newest #1 comic books that came out for the week, and I deem them worthy or not worthy. So guys, there you have it. As always, keep buying, keep collecting, but most importantly, please, always read your comics so we can have great conversations like this. Take care, everyone. Bye.